All right, I hope I did this correctly for a second week in a row. Let's see. Let me see if it say I'm live. I think so. Yep, I think I'm there. But I think this is the one, so I need to delete that. All right, we're gonna wait for people to come on in and go from there. I know people probably surprised that I'm actually here on time. I just don't understand why. I just don't understand why. Can you hear me? If you can hear me, all okay. I see we. Ooh, wait a minute. Why is this moving? Okay. I don't want my laptop to break. I had something under the thingy. All right, there go the chat. Hey y'all. Can y'all hear me? Am I okay? Or do I need? Can y'all hear me? Hey Hartley. Hey Q. Okay, let's see. Can y'all hear me? Okay, awesome. How y'all doing? I'm trying to use the restream. Trying to use the restream. How y'all doing? I know people probably surprised that I was actually here on time because I guess it don't let me do that. I ain't gonna worry about it. Because usually I'll be running behind. But I was here on time trying to use Restream so that people have the opportunity to come up and speak if they like um, in real time. So I'm going to drop the link if people would like to. We're going to give people a chance to come on over because I had the live schedule. Oh no, I didn't want them to be able to do that. Guests can add channels to this stream. No, I don't want that. But what was I saying? I got off my Zoom and I was like, let me go get set up because I want to get used to doing restream so that people have the opportunity to come up and verbalize versus type. And obviously, the more I play around with it and go live with it, the more I'll know what's going on. But anyway, how y'all doing? Excuse me. It has gotten a little chilly in the Chicagoland area, but we refusing to turn the heat on. So that's why I got my little hoodie on. Cause we ain't turning that heat on just yet. It's supposed to I think it's supposed to warm back up tomorrow, like mid 70s. I think over the weekend it may even get up to like 78 or something like that. But anyway, how y'all doing? For Tell Me Something Good Thursdays. Today was a busy day for me, but busy in a productive way. So super excited about that. We're gonna go ahead and get started. Some of our real ones text me and let me know they couldn't make it tonight. They got things going on. Hey, Esty. So I understand. Life is lifing, and so whoever shows up, we greatly appreciate it. So let's go ahead and get started with wins. I dropped the link in the chat so you can click that link to come up and talk, or you can put your wins in the chat. So For me, I would say my biggest win is that I started back exercising on the 1st. And so I have, hello, eighth power. I have exercised, what's today, 9, 8 days without making excuses. I've been keeping it simple. My goal is to get 7,500 steps. So if that means I have to get on the treadmill, and I think all those days, I think I did have to get on the treadmill to get to 7,500. Like right now, I'm at, let me see. Oh Lord, I'm only at 3,000 a day, but I'm not surprised because I had a lot of calls today. I've been on and off calls since 11 a.m. my time, so haven't really been moving around. Hey, Melissa, as much as I normally would. So I'm probably gonna be on this doggone treadmill for at least 40 minutes because I don't like go super fast or nothing like that. But long as I hit my 7,500 steps, then that's good. Also, what I've been doing, because I had came across it and ended up going down a bit of a rabbit hole with the YouTube kettlebell swing. So I have a couple of kettlebells. They're only like 5 pounds, but I've been doing 100 swings every day since the 1st as well. And I do feel like I noticed a little bit. I'm bottom heavy, so I feel like my booty is lifting, which is a good thing. But of course now it seems bigger, so I gotta wait till things level out. The fat shrink and the muscle grow kind of thing. So that's definitely one of my wins for the week, being consistent with that. Oh, my other win, I interviewed a former Jehovah's Witness with a very interesting story. And I did this interview, golly, probably back in where's my phone? Probably back in, let me go look at the text. Was it July or was it August? I think it was August. Let me see. Nope, that's the wrong one. I think it was back in August. And I couldn't figure out how to edit it. So I finally figured out how to get the video from our Zoom to an app called, a platform called, what is this thing called? Starburst V, to download on my phone. That's how I do my editing from CapCut on my phone, because trying to do it on the laptop, it was too difficult. And so, are y'all still there? Because I don't see nobody putting their wins in the comment section. Put your wins in there. And so I'm excited about that. So I started editing that today. So hopefully, if not tomorrow, maybe by the weekend, because I'm going through it. It ended up being about maybe an hour and 20 minutes. So I'm trying to go back through it and see if it's better to do it as a 2-part or just put the whole thing out there, So those are my 2 wins so far. What's y'all wins? We didn't freeze up, did we? Y'all still there? Okay, Esty says she did. Okay. All right, so y'all just ain't putting no y'all ain't putting no wins. Y'all better put them wins in the chat. So before I get to running my mouth, that's why I want to make sure we put the wins in there. But I'll go on to the next thing I want to discuss while y'all do that. Yes, there you go, Esty. Every day's a win since she retired in 2021. I know that's right. All right. My mom can hear me. Okay, Melissa said we're here. Okay. So, I'll wait for y'all to put your wins. But so, yesterday I resumed doing content on my clinic channel. Oh, That's hey Jesus. I remember you from last time. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate that. Um, and I feel like it went really well. It was exciting to be back over on my clinic YouTube channel, and being over here had, I think helped me even more being over there. But I thought about it this morning. I would like to do um, some content around what I was discussing over there yesterday, which is that we don't talk enough about when it comes to breast cancer awareness, but the role gut health plays when it comes to either lowering or having a higher risk for developing breast cancer, or even the role your gut health plays in when you're going through treatment as far as immunity and stuff like that. So I was gonna poll people and ask them if they, be interested. And I'm like, well, I don't never poll people with all my other content. Either they gonna like it or they not. But I think I'm gonna do it as a live versus a long form video. So I'm trying to think about doing that maybe this weekend, because I think it's very informative, and I think a lot of women and some men, right? They can always share with the women in their lives, might find it very informative. Okay, so Q said her son's movie tickets sold out for the festival on Sunday. That's her win. Q is part of the book club that we have off of YouTube, and she has shared with us that her son's movie had premiered at a couple of film festivals. So that's nice to hear that it's sold out. Okay, Melissa said she couldn't hear me. Why not? Oh, we got Lady C in the building. For those who don't know, Lady C and JT, they are like, for many people, they are like the grand poobah for XJW content. So to have her over here is definitely an honor. Lady C said, I'm winning, finally getting back to my computer training channel. Yeah, Lady C. I had a conversation with Lady C, and it was awesome. Got to learn so many things about her as a person. All right. Awesome. Let's see. Melissa said, yeah, that is awesome. Happy for your son, and that is so cool. I watched that link that you sent. Okay. Melissa's talking to Q right there. Lady C said, I hope I'm putting in the correct wins. I'm also exercising more. That's great. Yes, the wins are what you determine are the wins, Lady C. Yes. So that's good. That's good. We got some really good wins. Okay. Um, so yeah, so ladies, be on the lookout. Like I say, it will be alive. I think having it be alive will be more interactive. We'll be discussing. Do I still have my notes? Might have took my notes somewhere else. So basically, something that we don't hear a lot about during October. You hear more so like, get your mammogram, wear your pink, things of that nature. But nobody, I shouldn't say nobody, we don't hear as much about prevention. We hear about screening, which is important, but we don't hear about what are some preventative things you can do to help lower your risk, right? So I want to do that as a live versus doing it as long form content so that it can be interactive. So I will try to give you all a heads up so that you can, catch it live and be able to ask your questions. But basically, I will be talking about the role your gut plays in developing breast cancer. Does it increase your risk? Does it lower your risk? It's some things that it's called non-modifiable risk. So it's some things that it don't matter. Nothing you can do to change it, right? If you're a woman over 50, if you have a family history, if you've had it before, uh, if you have the BRCA gene, there's nothing you can do about that. That's set. But but modifiable risk are things you can change. So more so lifestyle, right? From nutrition to stress and all that stuff. And the gut plays a huge role in that. So I was like, you know what? I think the ladies would appreciate this. And some of you might say, well, T, just tell us what the clinic page is. I kind of, if people ask, then that's different. But I don't want to cross the two. But I felt like this information was vital. So be on the lookout for that special live. That wasn't a planned live. I just thought about that this morning. Like, I think the ladies over here would appreciate that. Let me see. I saw this moving, so let me see. Yeah, I know I'm trying to get better. Okay. I think I've read that. Let me see. Yep, I read this. Eighth Power said, "Oh snap, Lady T in the chat." I think he meant Lady C. That's so cool. I lied. It was my end. Oh, about you couldn't hear me. Yeah, VIP for sure. Oh, Butterfly, you made it. Oh, hey, girlfriend. Yes. So that's that. Okay. So Butterfly, people was putting their wins, and I was telling everybody that I plan on doing a special live talking about the impact gut health has on breast cancer over here on this channel. All right, so let's get into the question of the week, thought of the week. Some of you all know, some of you all are in the club, but we're reading this book called The Let Them Theory by Mel Robbins. And this week we just covered like adult friendships, and we had a really good discussion. And so the question that I want to pose to the chat is, when it comes to your adult friendships, a couple of questions. Let's start with one. How do you define friendship? How do you define friendship? And then a part two to that would be, is that definition the same now that you are an adult versus when you were a kid? So let's start there. How do you define friendship? And is that definition the same now as an adult versus when you were a child? I'm going to put the link in the chat again if anybody wants to come up and discuss it without putting it in the chat. Why does this keep saying? Oh, wait. Okay. So the link is there if anybody want to come up and just verbally say the answer versus in the chat. All right. Did I miss anything? Oh, that's good, Melissa. That's a win. Okay. So question again. I got a bunch of questions really. So I should have said, well, I guess it's questions of the week. So what's your definition of friendship? And is that definition the same now that you are an adult versus when you were a child? And you can click the link if you'd rather come up and verbally tell us, or you can put it in the chat. And everybody, now we got room for 10 people. So don't be afraid to hit the link in the chat. And while I wait to see who's brave enough. After reading the chapters, after reading the book, so first, let me answer the first part. How do I define friendship? That's a tough one. Someone that I have alignment with, right? My definition of true friendship. What that means is we have similar interests. There's somebody who's always looking to, better themselves, willing to pour into other people, know how to balance giving and taking. Know someone who is, open-minded and open to there being different ways of X, Y, and Z happening, right? And a level of loyalty. And somebody who can call me on my crap, and I can call them on their crap, and we still be friends, kind of thing. So that's my definition. So now the second part is that definition the same as adult as it was a child? No, I ain't have to have alignment and all that stuff as a kid, right? It was just maybe who was fun, or who played the sports I played, and things of that nature. So it wasn't so much energy. So in the book, she talks about proximity, timing, and energy, right? And so she gave a beautiful example of how it's easier when you're a kid, or at least when I was a kid. Now, I don't know. I don't really see kids. Yeah, I don't really see kids playing outside unless it's like they all from the same household, if that makes sense, at least where I live. So I grew up at a time where you just went outside and kids were everywhere, and so y'all just kind of merged and whatever, started playing kickball, or whatever, hide and go seek, all that, red light, green light, all the things. So the proximity was there, maybe in school, in high school, timing, y'all had the same periods as far as school classes, maybe you did sports together and things like that. And so the energy, you kind of click with those who had, similar sense of humor, things of that nature, and blah, blah, blah. But as you become an adult, proximity probably is not what it once was. Timing, we talked about how sometimes when a person go from being single to married, the single friends just pull up off of you, right? Even though you still the same person, you just got a spouse now, right? You still can go out and have lunch or a cocktail or whatever. So sometimes you just, the timing is off. You no longer in the same space, same chapter, of life, and that can make friendships dissolve. Excuse me. So in the book, she talked about casual friendships, and the ladies that's in the book club, can y'all help me? She said casual friendships, and then what was the other comparison? Help me out. Let's see. I saw the chat moving. Okay, Butterfly said true friendship is when two friends can walk in opposite directions yet remain side by side. Okay, I like that. Melissa said the definition of friendship is defiantly different as kids as opposed to adults. Absolutely. Absolutely. So, can y'all help me out? She said casual. Let me see. Maybe I can find it. She said like casual friends. Let me see. Casual friends. Let's see if I can just. I think that might have been in chapter 11 somewhere. Let me see. These chap. It was just mind blowing because I have been a bit guilty of basically holding people to a standard that was established when I was a child. Getting a bit in my feelings because I didn't get invited to something that I have already admitted to myself that if they had invited me, there's a good chance I wouldn't have went. Not because it was them, just because of location, timing, all the things that I be having to go on in my life. Most people, they work Monday through Friday, and the weekend they can kind of, do their thing and stuff like that. Well, that's not always the case for me, and during the week, going to lunch would be better for me, but most people are at work, you know. Let me see if I can find it. How did she do? Oh, here you go. She said to become a casual friend, you have to spend 74 hours with someone. And to become a close friend, you have to spend over 200 hours with someone. So obviously in childhood you spent more than 200 hours. That's why those people on your block, the people you went to school, they felt like, your close best friends and things of that nature. Well, casual friends was maybe somebody you went to school with, but they didn't live in the neighborhood, right? You only saw them at school, so y'all might have chit chat and stuff like that in class. But as an adult, I have kind of, especially after reading these chapters, and I'm still working on it. I do believe that you have to make peace with relationships that were in your childhood, in your teenage years, in your 20s, that they may not, the intensity of them may not survive the proximity, the timing, the energy into your 50s. I have friends from high school, friends from my early 20s that right now it don't feel like we in the same chapters. But if we get together, we're going to hee hee ha ha and laugh about, the past. We may catch up on what's going on. But are we going to be on the phone and all that stuff the following week? Probably not. But to be honest, with the exception of my mama, I don't be on the phone like that, with too much of anybody, just because of the way I'm at in my life right now. so so it's like, so why am I holding people to a standard that I can't even keep, right? And just because you don't, hold on, I saw the chat moving, so I'll be wanting to make sure that I'm addressing people. Okay, Melissa said, as adults, you find out who you really are. Yes, indeed. So it's about who you vibe with the most and can bug out with and just have a good time. I agree. Okay, let's see. Butterfly said, Mel said it takes about 70, 90 hours to form a casual friendship and over 200. Okay, she was helping me out. Yeah. Yeah, it's true. And so something that came up. We have, former JWs in the book club, as well as people who had no clue about the things that go on, within the organization in the book club. But they learn something new. So, as many of you all probably already know, JWs refer to themselves as the friends, right? And I always thought that that was interesting because I was like, when I went to church, we didn't have a name for ourselves. They were just, parishioners or, church members or whatever. We didn't, you call people by their name. You didn't put this little like special group on them. And so I need to do a deep dive as to who started that and where did that come from that they call them the friends. And so many times you will have XJWs who will share content, you know, long form or in a live, and they will mention how ironic it is that, the JWs refer to themselves as the friends, but the minute you deviate at all from the program, y'all no longer friends, you know? And so, um, yeah, it's kind of interesting that that's how they refer to themselves, as the friends. Kind of culty when you think about it. But yeah, so nobody's gonna come up here and just talk, huh? I'm gonna put the link again. Now y'all see I know what I'm doing a little bit over here with the restream, and y'all don't even want to come up here and talk. Y'all still want me to read the chat. So anyway, that was the thing. So this book has really kind of helped me. I'm still working on it. You still gonna feel a type of way, but I have to reprogram my mind when it comes to that word friendship, and that um yeah, people may at one time been classified as like a close friend, but now they might be a casual friend based on our history and not where we at right now, in the book of life. And that's okay. It don't mean that they don't rock with you or this, that, and the third. It just means that however tight y'all used to be, that those reasons or that circumstance is just not, valid at this time. So, yeah, I just wanted to get y'all thoughts on that, because we had a pretty, interesting discussion in regards to, you know, adult friendships and the struggle. So also in the book, she was talking about how you can make new friends and stuff like that. So she like, just introducing yourself to the neighbors and all that stuff. I mean, you could. Um, One thing that I'm doing, not so much to make new friends, but to get out of my comfort zone. And who knows, it might turn into a friendship. I mean, I take that back. I have made a new adult friend. I signed up for that uh, the gut health class, and the person who created the class, she's become my friend. So I do talk to her, almost every other day. Sometimes it's about business and gut health and all that stuff, and sometimes it's just about life. And and we don't have proximity. She all the way in Georgia, I'm here in Illinois, but we have timing as far as where we are in our life, with close in age. um, we made these pivots. She made her pivot before, so she's able to kind of mentor and guide me in regards to that with my practice. But our energy is very aligned. She's very not judgmental. I'm very not judgmental. We able to vent to each other, and things of that nature. So didn't know that was gonna happen, but it is nice to have somebody that I consider a friend who gets the business stuff. Because my husband and my mama, my cousin, they just they listen, but they don't necessarily always get it. But to have somebody who like in the same shoes, it is kind of nice. Let's see. Melissa say I can't stay in the friends now that I'm out. Oh, I think she's saying, oh, saying yes. Oh, I know. It was this what was it? Love is Blind. And is Love is Blind? No, Married at First Sight. Can't remember what season. But if anybody used to watch that show, what was the girl name? I want to say Leatrice, but that wasn't her name. Was it? It could have been something like that. Anyway, pretty thin black woman, and they, paired her up with a pretty handsome, black guy. She was a virgin, but she was like maybe 30 something years old. He wasn't, but he was willing to, blah, blah, blah. But like every time they turned around, now they was married, every time they turned around, she was always just like, I'm a virgin, I'm a virgin. She would be like, I'm a virgin, I'm a virgin, like this hand gesture. So my husband one day was like, we was talking about something, and I think I was like, well, because the friends be like, probably. He was like, the friends. So every time I say the friends, that's what I think about, like the friends, because that's how they make it seem like you don't want to stumble, the friends. It's just a mess. Let's see. Eighth Power said, outside of my husband, I don't have any friends, to be honest. I do wish I have a good workout partner though. Yeah. I'm I'm looking for somebody in my area, proximity, that I can play. Look at Melissa. She gonna be brave. That she about to take her.
This looks different.
It look different.
Yeah.
Well, it's not Zoom. So what you trying to do? Take your picture
Uh-oh.
off?
You're echoing. Hold on.
I was echoing. You got two devices on?
Okay. You still there?
Yeah. Is it better?
Oh, I see myself.
You so funny. I'm talking about see myself.
I was.
Huh? Is it fixed now?
I put my cell phone on and I have my computer on.
Oh yeah. If you had two devices on, that could have been it. Is it better? Huh? Melissa?
Hmm. I don't know. I think I have a delay in my computer.
Oh, it could be. Let's see.
No, I'm about to jump off because I think I'm messing up everything.
No. Cut one of them off. So either cut off the phone.
Yeah, I'm leaving. I'll see you on the flip side.
Oh my gosh. Why you giving up? Okay. You tried. Y'all so funny. Let's see. Let's see. All right, let's see. We got some more. Family could be friends, but when you get disgusted at them, they are still family. That is true. That is true. Butterfly said that triggers her too. Butterfly, yes, life is both strange and beautiful. The people we thought we'd know forever can sometimes become strangers, and strangers can become our closest friends. That's so true. Yeah, the video was coming through good on my side. Yeah, I think you can only have one device open. I think if you and I don't know how it go, like I only be having one device open. I don't do the earbuds or nothing like that. So I'm not sure how it go. So we'll keep figuring it out. We'll keep figuring it out. Um but what was I about to say in regards to the friend thing? Oh yeah, like we talked about this in book club that um uh my cousin is in the book club, and I was saying, like, when we were growing up little, I didn't look at her as a friend. She was my cousin. But then as we hit more like, preteens, then she was my friend. You know what I'm saying? Um, and the other cousins I saw as my friend. Well, now outside of being relatives and growing up together, we don't necessarily have the connection. Do you know what I'm saying? But my cousin that's in the book club, that is my friend. That's one of my closest friends. So you could be family, but it don't mean that you're gonna be friends. Did you have two devices on, Melissa? Oh my God, you did not look a hot mess. You so funny. You so funny. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna be honest, like right now, I would really love someone that I could play pickleball with, you know. And I'm not giving up. Um, I mean, right now with everything that I'm, trying to get in place, and um, I think by the end of November, to be honest, I think everything gonna really be like systematic and smooth. I I'm switching over to a program called Go High Level, so it's a lot of automation in it. So that means that I'm literally just maybe making one click or moving one thing to here, and then the system does everything else. You know, It sends the emails, it sends the text, it does this, it does that. So that's gonna free up a lot of brain, time and things of that nature, to where I could probably just pick one day a week to say, okay, this is all the marketing that's gonna go out. Put it in there and then let it do its thing, versus having to touch every day. Like that's how I feel. Just like I was supposed to create some reels and I kind of did, and this and that. So I said, oh Lord, oh well, I'm not gonna beat myself up. I'll just have to do it Friday, Saturday, and Sunday to post them for the clinic. But having that automation is gonna make a big deal. Yeah, that's what it was then. I don't think you can have both on at the same time. That's why you get the echo. It's like I think it's kind of like how the old school like radio used to be, like you had turn your radio down so they could hear or something. I don't know, but I've noticed that if people have two devices on, that's what happens. So I don't know how to, you know, airwaves and radio frequency. I don't know how it go. hmm I know Eighth Power Melissa's so funny talking about she looked a hot mess. Um, yeah, I don't even know. Let me see. Oh, I could. Let's see. Yeah, so y'all can hear me, but y'all can't see me, right? But how do I get back? Oh Lord, how do I get back? Let me see. Oh Lord. How do I get back to, let's see, settings, video. Okay. Am I back? Nope. Lord have mercy. Where's the oh, maybe I gotta hit down here. Uh-oh. Video. Oh crap. Y'all, I'm so busy trying to show y'all something, and now I don't even know how to get back on the screen. Let me see. Oh Lord. No, I want the video. But how do I? Lord have mercy. This is hilarious. How do I get back on the screen? Y'all can still hear me though, right? Oh my God. Wait. No, that's not it. Let me see. Is this it? Nope. Oh Lord. This is they don't I tried to open the camera. Oh, let me see. It say press V. Nope. Um this what I get for trying to be fancy. Um, oh my God, this is crazy. Let me see. Hit video. Okay, so I can see mirror camera. Nope. I don't need that. Integrated. But why is it? Let me see. Nope, that ain't what I want to do. Yeah, why is it not letting me? Lord, what do I? Oh God, this is crazy, y'all. Hold on, give me 2 seconds to try to figure this out. Let me Google. Let me Google how to get back on. This is too funny. How do I show video of self on Restream. That's what I get for pushing stuff. Jeez Louise. It was let me see. No, that ain't doing nothing. And I'm hitting this settings. Let me see, general. Okay. Okay. So video. Now see, it's showing me the video here. But why is it's showing me, but why is it not going back to, let me see, should I hit escape? Not at it. I don't want to kick y'all out. Give me 2 seconds. Add scene. I don't see no add scene. Let's see. What's this? Nope. Design, caption, chat, add scene. Where is that at? Add scene. Oh, okay. Add scene. Okay. And then select media. And then video. No, I don't want that. Add scene. Camera. Oh Lord, that's not working either. Switch to new scene. Okay. This is crazy, y'all. Give me 2 seconds. Oh Lord. This is crazy. No. How to undo. How to undo. How to undo. No video of self on Restream. Okay, it is. It's the camera. Okay. Ensure the camera is about to browser 7510. No, this is giving me all the wrong things. Oh my God, this is crazy. No, nothing's in front of my camera. I call myself being fancy, and I pushed the button that said allow yourself to be seen, but I mean allow yourself to be heard but not seen. But now the little buttons that was allowing that are gone. Like it was like 3 dots, but now I don't see any of the dots to get back. So let me see. Screen. No, that's not what I want. Cancel. Screen sharing is not allowed. Okay, I'm not trying to share my screen. I just want to get back so they can see me. Oh my gosh. This is what I get. This is what I get, guys. This is what I get. Lord have mercy. Give me 2 seconds, y'all. Okay. So that's the chat overlay. But where is the doggone buttons? Oh. Okay, so that didn't work. I'm using the integrated. Let's see, what's this? It's streaming right now. Okay. We're streaming, but y'all won't let me get back to showing myself. Oh, wait. Wait. Show camera. Oh my God. This is crazy. Can y'all see me? Oh my God. Let me see what y'all said. This is, can y'all see me? Let me see. Okay, let me go back and see what was being said because I know y'all was laughing. Okay. Okay, Melissa has said, man, my fear kicked in and my braveness said bye. Bye, Felicia. Ah. Okay, couldn't see me. Everybody trying to help. Yes, y'all can hear me. Oh boy. Okay. Yes, me too. I thought just maybe I can help make things interesting by joining, but then got scared. Next time I will have to put on my bigger face, or I may be braver than, oh man, da da da. It's something in front of your camera. No, just keep talking. It's okay. We're all here. Yes, we're all still here. Oh my God, y'all. This is too funny. Well, guess what? Now at least I know how to do it. Oh my God. This is the beauty of going live with your people. This is the beauty of going live with your people. Cause regular people who just popping in because they see you live, they will just be like, "You're a loser," and get off or whatever. But y'all like was trying to coach me through it. Like it's something in front. Oh my God. Oh, it's too funny. But at least now I know how to do it. So that's good. So it's this little man over here, and then um, that's where I could either put the camera. I guess that's how I can get the camera back on me. But I just learned something new because I got to start using this thing. I got to start using this Restream because I do like it. Um, I am moving. I forgot to mention this. So if everything goes right with me editing this first video, I had told y'all probably months ago that I wanted to start a series called Despite. And it's where I'll interview people who share their story. I have some people who are like ex Jehovah's Witnesses that want to share their story. I have people who experience things, early in life that they, overcame and things of that nature. And so I have people that I'm interested in interviewing who were involved in a different religion and they left, so the series is called Despite because it's like despite blank, I'm here or I'm sharing my story or my experience or what have you. So if everything goes okay with the editing, so far the editing is fine, but I don't know if my phone is going to act a fool if I keep this interview an hour. It's about an hour and 20 minutes. So as I'm editing, I'm trying to see if it's I might have to split it some kind of way to make it two parts if the CapCut give me a hard time, trying to download it. But anyway, said all that to say, have to do, you got to do stuff in order to learn. So I end up doing this interview. I want to say it was August. I don't think it was July. Yeah, I think it was August. If it was July, then I'm really behind the eight ball. But anyway, I've been kind of sneaking and looking at videos about Restream because I was looking at another program called Riverside, and it's supposed to be really good for like podcasting and things of that nature. And I sometime next year I plan to kind of start a YouTube channel dedicated to nurse practitioners who want to become entrepreneurs, have their own clinic and things like that. So I was like, that might be kind of cool for that. But if I can kind of get the same elements from this, why not use what I'm already paying for? So this was so funny, but I learned something. And I always wonder how people that I watched, specifically this woman named Queen Sheba, she will come on and you never see her, you never see her face. She just has like her graphic and her voice, for a lot of her content. And I said, that's how she able to just kind of stay on top of things because she ain't got to worry, if she's sitting there in her pajamas, as long as her mic is on and she record. So even though it was very comical, I learned something new. And I'm gonna have to start playing around with it now that I know how to get back on screen. So if anybody is interested in being interviewed for the Despite series, please let me know. I wanna hopefully at least be able to upload at least one Despite interview a month. So let me see what else y'all was saying. Okay. Everybody saying I did it. Melissa talking about see what happened when you try something new. Oh boy. Nope, giving up is not an option. Thank you, Butterfly. Okay. Yeah. So I hope to get it done. So tomorrow I'm kind of doing like a little, I don't want to call it pre-interview, but I'm going to be on a call with you might have seen him in the comments, but he goes by Ray. He was once a part of a different, religion, and I learned things I had never heard of this religion, until I met Ray through the channel, and things of that nature. So I was like, man, if any of you all watch Lady C's Hidden Struggles channel, she interviewed him on there as well. But I got some different kind of questions than what Lady C was asking, based on some of the content he recently posted and things of that nature. So I'm gonna jump on a call with him tomorrow, see if we can maybe do some things. And what else I got to do tomorrow? I got a couple of consultations. So my hope is maybe tomorrow will go smoothly and I can finish editing this video and then I can probably get it up maybe Saturday, and then maybe Sunday I can do that live about gut health and breast cancer. So I'm keeping my word, y'all. I'm keeping my word. I see a lot of you all did like the video I did. Yeah, I got kind of pissed off with that. I'm looking at that graphic and so proud of myself, like, oh, this is my first speaking engagement and this, that, and the third. And I was like, yeah, if I was still in that organization, I would have either had to say F it or, would have got in trouble. Or I would have had to be all in secret and, know that Jehovah knows. They love to tell you that. I had did a video and I deleted it. And I've never done that. Like, even if I didn't think the video was the best, I still always put it up. And I deleted it because I felt like I was kind of rambling. But I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna do that. Maybe script it out a little bit better about how they turn God into a boogeyman. Always there, always knowing, kind of thing. So today when I was walking my dogs, I end up having a thought for a two like a part two to the video I did about do as I say, not as I do, and them, selling Kingdom Halls and doing business with churches and other religions and things of that nature. I had started on a script where I was asking Chat and Google, like, what's the like top five wealthiest religions, and Jehovah's Witnesses was in there, and I, found some pretty interesting information. So I'm thinking about maybe even putting that together, like a part two, where they out here filthy, filthy rich, and you got people out here struggling because they worrying about making it to the meetings versus working full time or you know picking up a part-time job just to keep themselves afloat because they got to make the meeting. So I'm thinking about doing like almost like a part two to that. Let's see what we got going on. Oh, thank you, Butterfly. Yeah, I thought that was kind of catchy because though people are sharing, a difficult time, in most cases in their life, it's like despite that, they're here to tell their story, despite that they're here to, show that you can overcome X, Y, and Z. So yeah, I thought that was a pretty clever name. See, Eighth Power said, "Come back on, Melissa." Melissa said, "I just ordered my Brave Heart on Amazon. It comes tomorrow in the mail. So maybe next time she goes." You a mess. So anyway, oh, you so sweet, Q. Yeah. So anyway, that was a good old laugh. I still got to get my steps in tonight and my kettlebell. But yeah, be on the lookout for that. Like I say, hopefully, if the editing and the exporting goes well, I should have that up hopefully by Saturday. Like I said, tomorrow I do have some calls and a couple of consultations, but that's it. Saturday, right now, I don't have any new patients, so gonna be doing a few things. I got banners. I got banners created, retractable banner things. I had to get some new ones to kind of go with the new brand. So those came. So I'm gonna take them to the clinic and use them kind of like as props, to fill out my reception area. You gotta make it work. So I figured Saturday might be my best day to record some new content and get things out. But yeah, so do y'all think y'all would want to hear about the gut health? Okay, talk to you later, Mom. About the gut health and the connection to breast cancer. If I do it live, I know y'all can catch the replay, but I would love if people could come live. Um, Hopefully Q don't mind me putting this out, but Q, she did attend the one I did for the clinic, um, and she found it very informative. So I was telling them earlier, Q, that I want to kind of present that content over here versus sending them over there. Because I just want to kind of keep, I'm kind of mindful how much I talk about, that side of my life. Because I don't want people to feel like, I don't know, commingling. I don't know how to, over here, I could be who I want to be all the way. Over there, I still need to kind of, sit up straight and you know act like I know something. Okay, Melissa. Um, I'm thinking probably Sunday. Whatever I do, whatever day I decide, I said I'll put it in the community post. I don't know how often y'all see those. Like on Thursdays, I try to put the reminder in the community post that hey, we're going live today, or it's members only today. Yeah, I'm thinking this weekend, but we'll see. You know me, I be having the best of intentions and a lot of ambition, and then life be like, nope, okay, yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna even put like a nice thumbnail on it so that it stands out from just a regular live. I just feel like if people can catch it live, or even if people, I don't know, I just think it'll be received better in a live format versus uploaded content, because it's a conversation, and that's how I plan to present my uh, the information at the speaking engagement. And that's why my friend thought of me, because she was like, we had met because I was doing Leah Sophia. I don't know if y'all ever heard of that, but it was a direct sales jewelry company. So, you would go in and do home parties and play games and, things like that. And that's how me and my friend who recommended me to her church to come speak, that's how we had met. So when she presented me the the opportunity, she's like, would you be interested in this? I'm like, heck yeah. Show you how your thoughts have power, your words have power. It was like 2-3 days before that, I was asking the Lord, the ancestors, and the universe to put me in spaces where I can get into public speaking. You know, those who mean me good, let them say my name when people talk about somebody coming to speak to them about health issues that I'm, passionate about and can speak about. It wasn't even 2-3 days later, she texted me. Matter of fact, I want to say I was here on live or was about to get on live, and she had texted me. Um, yeah, and the rest is history. So I've created these little like interactive booklets. I'm trying to get them. I want it to be nice. You know how you go like to a program, and the outside, it's a little bit stiff and it's glossy, and then maybe the inside is regular paper. It's a lot of color on it because of my branding, because of breast cancer awareness. Um, One printer wanted, and I only need like maybe 25 copies because they don't know how many people gonna show up. But right now I'm kind of going off of maybe 25 people. This is a small church or what have you. They wanted 200 something dollars. I'm like, they only paying me 100. I'm okay with making, I'm okay if it's a wash, because this will give me content for other speaking engagements for me to, because I have another LLC, you know, from that's separate from the clinic. There's more for speaking engagements and nurse practitioner merch and things like that I have yet to do anything with it, but I do have it. And so I was okay if it's a wash, but I was like, so then a friend of mine referred somebody else. They said 168, which I still feel like that seemed like it's high for 25 copies. Like, am I not communicating enough? Like, I wanted to be sturdy, but this, so I'm gonna go up to like the FedEx and see what they come up with. You know, the things you have to do, you got to make money to show up. Melissa, it's gonna be over here. I'm gonna do it over here because I don't want none of the unhinged JWs knowing about my other channel. Then they be like trying to go and give me fake Google reviews on the clinic. I don't trust them. So that's why I try not to say like the name. Obviously, people that I have a connection with off platform, y'all know, but mm-mm. And anybody who's part of the real ones, they can always inbox me on Instagram or whatever if they, want to go support and stuff like that. I don't have a problem, but I don't want to like be posting it over here because I just don't trust the JWs that come and watch my content, even though they swear they can't stand me. Oh my God, girl! I used to. Baby, I was the queen of Leah Sophia. I love me some Leah Sophia, not just as a consultant or rep or whatever, but oh my God, we used to have so much fun. And I thought all MLMs, even though they never refer to themselves as an MLM, but I soon, learned later that, yeah, it falls under the same kind of thing. But the difference with them, I will say, you could make good money and never build a team. Because when I first started, I was making like almost $2,000 a month doing parties on the weekend, you know. Because I was doing $1,000 parties and you got 30% of that. So yeah, and I was doing 2 a weekend. And I was JW at that time. So y'all, those who are, former Jehovah's Witnesses, you already know them friends did not like that. They didn't like that at all. Um, so yeah, I was making pretty good money. I was making pretty good money because them it was like the thing. It was hot. I got so much Leah Sophia, and I have given away, donated so much, and still have it. A lot of it is still holding up. I really hate that it went out of business. I think they overextended themselves um in those later years. They should have just kind of stayed with the vibe that that they had. And who knows? I definitely could have probably benefited from having that business when I was in nursing school. I wish I had learned how to do sister loss when I was in nursing school. You know, I might not have pulled my pension down from teaching, but you live and learn and do better. Oh, y'all got a whole bunch of stuff in here. Let me see. Oh, wait a minute. I don't want to push nothing. Your spirit is eager, but your flesh tires out. What does that mean, eighth power? Did I miss something? Your spirit is eager, but your flesh tires out. Have to go, everyone. It was fun. Okay, good night, Melissa. Um, it is 16 pages altogether, Q. Yeah, color is expensive. Okay, Esty is gone. Is Esty gone? Or is she saying good night? No, good night. Good night. Oh, maybe. No, Esty's still here. She was saying good night. Okay. I ain't gonna be on here much longer, y'all. We just sat up here, had us a good laugh at my expense. Okay. So yeah, it's like 16 pages, but it's a lot of color. But it's like if I'm gonna do it, I gotta do it right. So I was thinking, worst case scenario, I'm gonna go up to the FedEx and see what they say, and maybe like Office Depot or something like that. I was like, worst case scenario, as much as I wouldn't want to, if I have to just make them all paper, because I don't want it black and white because you need the color. Um, Maybe I might not be able to kind of have a hard, booklet cover. Like I don't have no booklets around here, do I? But you know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to say obituary. You know how obituaries are now, where it might be like 6 pages. You know, I don't know if I got anything like that. You know, something like that. But the inside can be regular paper. It's just you want that outside to give the booklet feel. I don't have no booklets around here. Oh, here go them other little books I was looking for though. Anyway, let's see. Hey Harley. Okay. Well, honey, you done missed all the laughs. I had turned my camera off so they could hear me, but they couldn't see me, and I couldn't figure it out for probably 5 minutes. So we all got a good laugh with that. Probably only gonna be on here another 15 minutes and stuff. I need to go exercise and things of that nature, get my life together. What y'all got planned for the weekend? I see that they saying the northeasterner is coming. So starting up all the way in Florida, it's gonna be cold, like 30s and 40s. In Virginia, I don't know if it went all the way down to like North Carolina, but like Virginia, Maryland, New Jersey, New York. I was like, oh my God. I do, Q. I do. I want like a glossy, paper. I feel like the guy who quoted me the 160, I really feel like it could probably be less than that. So I don't know. I'm gonna see what FedEx. I had met somebody at my business association, like monthly networking kind of thing they do. But I can't find the doggone man card. I'm like, what did I do with it? Um, but I don't. And then one of my friends had just tagged me in a printing company, and they price is pretty good. Like for 100 copies or something like that, it was like maybe $100. But it say 10 to 12 business days. My event is on the 25th. So I'm like, that's kind of cutting it. So I'm like, dang, I wish he had gave me that. But I plan on doing my events this way. So not stuffy presentations. I want it to be interactive. So it's it's pages in there where they can write notes, or like when I'm asking, it's one part of the presentation where I ask them like, what are the top 3 areas do you think breast cancer spreads to? And so then they have to kind of check out of the 4. You know, I'm doing things. I guess I'm pulling from my teacher days that when people can write, when people can do what is it called, like mind hand connection, the information will stick. You know. Um, so I'll figure it out. I like I say, I don't want to pay the 168 to the guy because I just feel like that's a lot. But if I go to FedEx or some of the printing places around here and they quote me the same thing, then at least I would know. And then maybe in the future, the other place that my friend referred me, I can do it ahead of time if I know it's gonna be $100. But if I get 100 copies, then that means it's cool. Oh, let's see. Like, but this is I'm trying to make it a booklet butterfly. So like the front and back cover would be kind of shiny. You know what I'm saying? I don't have nothing over here. But like how obituaries are now, right? And it's like the colored ones. How I need I want it to be like the thickness of the outside. Yeah, it's a booklet. It's like a little booklet. Well, it's gonna be plenty cold, butterfly, according to what I saw on the news over east. Yep. So what y'all got planned this weekend? Yeah, it's saying it's gonna warm up here in the Chicago area. Like I said, I think it's gonna get up to maybe 75. Now, I agree. Sleeping wise, is good. I sleep with a weighted blanket as well, and so I was knocked out last night. I was like, yeah, mm, mm, mm. Mm-hmm. I was knocked out. Oh, you know what? Well, then I'll check and see. I'll check and see. Like I say, I was willing to have it be a wash. Like they want me to bring my guide, my 30-day guide that just got published and things of that nature. So I figure, oh, maybe a few people might buy the guide or what have you. So I might make a little bit of money there. But I was okay with having a wash, but I don't want to be down $100. You know what I mean? Um, so we'll see. Um, yes, I know. Da, da, da. No, including in the price is the paper staples color per page. What you mean by that, Q? No, included in the price. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Right. It's the paper, the staple. Yeah, I, I understand that, but I'm just like, is anybody else that got a deal for a sister? Oh, that should be fun. He from DC, right? Originally, or Baltimore? I did not think about Vistaprint. Um, I didn't know Vistaprint did that kind of stuff, but I can definitely look. But it's getting closer to time. But I will definitely check Vistaprint out for sure. So, well, ladies, I have appreciate you this evening. Next week, I don't believe we are here. I think we back here not next week, the week after. Um, and next week, I think is members only XJW kickback, um, where we kind of talk all the junk we want. Yeah, that's the thing. Making sure they can get it to me in time. Yep, that's the thing. That's where I'm like I say that my other friend gave me that let me see, I'm just looking real quick. They gave me their go to for printing, but they said 10 to 12 business days. And it's like, man, if he had told me about that, weeks ago. Self cover booklets, perfect bound booklets. I'm gonna have to see. I don't even have this many pages. Let me see, how much is these? Oh my God, this say one starting at $24.99. It's like, no. What's self cover booklets? How much? That started at 10. Oh my God. Maybe it is expensive. Not flyers. I don't know. Yeah, Vistaprint, I got excited, but then oh, maybe this is what I'm looking for. No, they still want $10. It's like, why do you want $10? Cover and 8 inside. Anyway, I'm gonna figure it out, y'all. Yeah, I'll figure it out. But y'all gave me some good ideas. Yeah, that was a little expensive. But yeah, I usually go to Vistaprint for certain things. I definitely go there for my business cards. I think I'm gonna definitely go there. I'm gonna start including like little postcards and some of the mailings and stuff. Yeah, that should be fun. I know, $10 for one. I don't know. Maybe I'm just underestimating how I don't know how much it go. So worst case scenario, I was thinking. I said, well, if I have to just have them color printed and just kind of staple together, I hate to do that, but we'll see. We'll see. We will see. Yeah, it said $10 for one. So that's why I was trying to. My brother does like the graphic design for a friend when people need obituaries and stuff, and then she has I don't know, I guess access to printing. So I was like trying to get in touch with her, but I think like she had a death in the family, so he didn't even want to ask her. I'm like, well, she still might be wanting to, work. But I said, okay. I'm like, Lord have mercy, it is so difficult. But anyway, y'all have made my day. I'm gonna go get my steps in and do my kettlebell and take my butt to bed. It's been a long day, long day. Okay. But y'all have a nice evening. Have a great weekend. I will put in the community post um, when I plan to do the live about gut health and its connection to breast cancer. Um, and then again, remember, if you ever want to be interviewed for the Despite series, let me know. Well, Q, we need to talk because maybe you can help me out. I don't know if you're willing to take me on as a client. You let me know. Bye, Esty. I'm talking about bye for real this time, Esty. Q, I'm gonna go to the FedEx and I'm gonna go to the library. I'm gonna go to Office Depot. I'm gonna go to some of the places that y'all suggested and see. And then if not, you think you might wanna at least take a look at it. Of what I'm asking. Okay. All right. That's fair. All right, y'all. Well, enjoy your evening. Oh, did you? Yeah. I. Oh yeah. See, I forgot. See, yeah, you about to do that. You told me about that. See, I ain't even got 80 pages. Q, I'm gonna send it to you. And you tell me your thoughts. And you tell me, is that 168 worth doing or whatever? Because I don't know all the specs and the this and the that. I don't know all that. Okay. Good night, butterfly. Is Hartley still here? I don't want to miss nobody. I'm gonna send it to you, Q. You let me know. All right. Good night, everybody. Good night, butterfly. Esty, Hartley, if you still here. Eighth Power, I think, was still here, or did I miss Eighth Power saying they had to go? I'm not sure. Good night to everybody. If I missed you, my bad. All right. See y'all later. Peace.